Welcome back, Geometry. Today we are going to do section 5.4, where we're going to talk about what makes a triangle and the lengths of sides and angle measures of triangles. So the very first thing that we need to talk about is the relationship between angles and side lengths. So if two sides of a triangle are not congruent, then the larger angle is opposite the longer side. So in other words, it says that here that side B is longer than side A. What that means is that the measure of angle B, which is across from the larger side, is larger than measure A here, which is opposite from side A. So the angles and the side lengths correspond. The longer the length, the larger the angle. And the same goes for the side length. The larger the angle, the longer the side length. So this says, identify the sides of triangle NOP. So which side is the longest and which side is the shortest? So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to identify those side lengths. So this is angle P, and it's a capital letter. So in a triangle, we always name the side opposite with the lowercase letter of that angle. So here's angle O. The side opposite is over here. So that's going to be lowercase o. Here's angle N. The side opposite it is lowercase n. So the next thing we need to do is figure out which side is the longest and which side is the shortest. Well, we only are given two angle measures here. We need to find this last angle measure. So what do we know the sides of the angles of a triangle add up to? They add up to 180. So we're going to do 180, and we're going to have to subtract that 65 and subtract that 58. Find our last angle measure. So 180 minus 65 minus 58 gives us an angle measure for angle O of 57 degrees. So the longest side is going to be across the largest angle measure. The largest angle measure here is 65. So the longest side is going to be side N. The shortest side is going to be across from the smallest angle measure. The smallest angle measure here is angle O at 57 degrees. So the shortest side is side O. So our next thing is called the triangle inequality theorem. So what this says is the sum of the lengths of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the length of the third side. So if I add these two side lengths up, they have to be greater than that side. If I add these two sides up, it has to be greater than that side. And if I add B and C up, it has to be greater than A. Otherwise, it is not a triangle. So let's go on ahead and take a look to see if this problem right here is a triangle. So can a triangle have side lengths of 16 meters, 39 meters, and 28 meters? So we have to try this in three different ways. We have to do 16 plus 39 has to be greater than the third side. And we have to do 16, not times, plus 28 has to be greater than 39. And we have to do 28 plus 39 has to be greater than 16. Okay, so we have to do all three different combinations. So let's go on ahead and add them up. So 16 plus 39 is 55. So is 55 greater than 28? Yes, it is. 16 plus 28 is 44. Is 44 greater than 39? Yes, it is. And then we have 28 plus 39. Is that greater than 16? Well, it's 67, which is greater than 16. So yes, okay, this could be a triangle. Now let's take a look at another type of problem. It says a triangle has side lengths that are 30 inches and 50 inches. What are the possible lengths of the third side? Okay, so we're going to have three different sides, 30, 50, and X. Okay, some unknown side. So we have to do the same exact thing we did here. So we know that 30 plus x has to be greater than 50. We know that 50 plus x has to be greater than 30. And we know that 30 plus 50 has to be greater than x. Okay, so let's go ahead and solve these. So how do I solve this? 30 plus x is greater than 50. I subtract 30 from both sides, and I get x has to be greater than 20. Okay. If I subtract 50 from both sides, I get x is greater than negative 20. Well, we know x is going to be greater than negative 20, so we don't even have to use that one right there. And then our last one here, 30 plus 50 is 80. Okay, so we know that 80 is greater than side x. So now we know that x has to be between 20 and 80. Okay. So x has to be less than, so 20 is less than x, which is less than 80. And we could try to plug something in. So if we plug, say, 10 in, okay, and we do 30 plus 10, we're going to get 40, and 40 is not bigger than 50. So we can check that as well. If we plug a number 80 or 81 in, it's not going to be less, it's going to be greater than 80, and that won't work. So these are the side lengths that last side could be. Go on ahead and do your assignment for today, and have a great day. Ask questions if you have them.